Hey, another story time. I want to talk about my experience being a truck driver for about 4 months after I got out the army. I was a truck driver for Swift from June of 2024 to September. You don't know, if you don't know, I was in the army for 3 years before that. I'm 22 right now. I got out of May 2024 honorable discharge. Then I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try trucking. I got financed through Swift through a recruiter, and they set me up. It was like a quick 1 to 2 week process to go to the CDA school in Joliet, Illinois. The Commercial Driving Academy, that's what they call it. It was like two instructors. They were both cool guys. I ain't gonna say their real names. We'll just call them Mickey. Call them Mickey and Goofy. And they're both cool guys. Mickey and Goofy, they were both awesome. Great people, great instructors. Because other schools, I guess they had like way more instructors. It was like a small class, so it was like personal, a lot of one-on-ones. You got a lot of time in the yards to practice and stuff with the truck, so you get used to backing up, going forwards, and getting used to watching your trailers swing left and right, going backwards and stuff. And you just you get the muscle memory down a lot quicker by just doing it and doing your pre-trip and everything, going through emotions and everything. You practice that pretty much every day, going through your in cab, your A, which is the engine, B is like the front side mirror, the tractor, and then C is the trailer and all that stuff back there. You get used to that. What else? While you go to the Commercial Driving Academy, you stay at like this hotel. It's the Fairfield Inn. The Marriott Bonvoy, Fairfield South. It's fairly decent. I had like a roommate, and they were some cool dudes to hang out with. You could get like bad roommates that like steal your shit, or like they're like assholes, or you don't vibe or something. But no, my roommates were actually pretty cool people, and we hanged out. We went to like a full nude strip club nearby, and I nearly lost like $1,000 on like some private dance. And it was like mostly some of my army money left over, because you get like a final check from the army. It'll be like all your deductions and everything you pay into in the year. She just comes out and you get like a fat paycheck. I also had to pay back my bonus since I was getting out a bit earlier. I didn't do my full 4, so they took some money too. So I was like, oh man, when I left that strip club, I was like, man, this is my first time going in a strip club, and it was full nude too. I was like, yeah, I lost the band, and then I came out, and they were like, dude, we got him in there. Yeah, you had a good time, didn't you? I was like, yeah. I was like, damn. Yeah, it was fun though. It was fun, definitely. And we did some other shit. We went to like some urban exploration places, abandoned steel mill, iron mill, steel mill, whatever you call it, off of the I-80 somewhere. And we went near like an abandoned prison too, which was cool. But anyway, actually, I want to talk about the abandoned steel mill. So when we went in there, and I had like pictures and stuff too of us going inside of this giant place, and it had like a bunch of different stuff in there. It was really cool. But there was also like a lot of graffiti and stuff, and there was we ran into like I was pretty sure it felt like some gang initiations happening there. And there were like cops floating around too in the area too. A lot of cop cars just patrolling and stuff. But like they were like mostly near that area. They would just like come by, you see them, go like, oh, there's a cop over there. Wait, there's a cop over here. There's a cop right there. There's a cop over here. Like, they're just staked out. So I'm pretty sure there's something going on in that area too. And we went out in the back. A cop car came up when we were trying to leave one of the days. We were trying to walk out the front. There's like a gate next to the prison, and there's like this gate that like has like a hole in it next to train tracks, and there's like a cop car like right there, and I'm pretty sure it saw us for a second, so we tried to slip out the back, and then there's like two guys wearing like these vests, and then one of them had like a teardrop tattoo, and they had like the vests that they were wearing didn't look like real police. It said police on there, like it was like undercover vests, and you saw like they had guns and stuff, but it didn't look like real cops. You know, they didn't look like they had like face tats and all this other shit. Like, I didn't know what the fuck was going on, but you know, we didn't directly look at them. We kind of just walked past them. We minded our business, and then we just walked off into the distance, and they didn't say shit. So that was good. I mean, we don't really know what they were doing there, if they were real cops or not. We just minded our business, left, because we didn't want to get caught. So we just minded our business, and nobody said anything. But yeah, it was cool hanging out with those dudes. They were awesome, great guys. And they went, one went OTR, the other went flatbed. And then, you know, I kept in touch with them for a while, but you know, you're not really gonna see them no more. So, you know, they're cool guys though. It was great time at that place. It was awesome. Shoot, after the CDL school and I graduated, you took the test at the DMV. I spent like 2 to 3 weeks on the road with my mentor. I'm gonna come up with a fake name. I'll call him Gary. Gary was a cool dude. He ran a Costco route all the time out of the Costco distribution center. What a distribution center is, if you're not a trucker, you're not really gonna know what distribution center is unless you like working like retail or something, or you work at one. It's like these giant places that have like usually like a lot of room for like truckers to come in. So I went to like Target distribution centers, Walmart, Menards, Home Depot, all types of different types of distribution centers I went to. And they would have like, you know, typically you go in the gate, talk to the gate guard, they give you show them your bill of lading, or they get or you're picking up, then you like get a number from them to like go pick up this trailer, or you go drop your empty over here. You'll mostly have an empty for a lot of places unless they specifically tell you not to bring an empty trailer. So pretty much everywhere you're going, you're gonna have the trailer on you. And because sometimes they just need to keep up the numbers to, like, you know, you bring a trailer, we give you this trailer, and you get your bill of lading on the way out from the office, and they set you up and stuff. A lot of places, that's just how it works. But sometimes, you know, if it's not a distribution center, you get these weird places. Like I was going in the middle of St. Louis, and I'm in this semi truck that can go govern max is 65 miles per hour, and you know, everybody's doing like, you know, 80, 90, and all the turns to get off where I need to go are on the left turning lane. And you know how stressful that is. And in this big semi truck, you need space to move over to the middle lane, then the next lane, and you hope that you could get to the left lane. You missed your exit. Now you got to make a right exit over here, and then you either like turn off the ramp and it turns back, and then you have to immediately make the left turn, or you have to go do this. It's bad. It's bad. Some places like that are just really bad. And then you get in there, and then you get this really tight dock. This has like barely any space to back into. You have to do this weird thing. You have to, you know, get out and look. They say get out and look. You know, some places you just don't have time to get out and look. There's like a bunch of people waiting. You're like, come on, Swifty, get out the way. Hurry up. And it's like, you know, you don't really got the time. So you're like, God, you cross your fingers, you know. You gotta do it. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, man. It's like, I've done scraped some shit. You know, 1 or 2 occasions I scraped something, and you know, it was like nobody was around, nobody saw anything. I'm like, hey, that didn't happen. You know, I'm just gonna pretend that didn't happen. Just readjusted my angle, got it in there. And it was like, hey, you know what? Hey, they don't get paid to care about these trailers. You know, they're not getting paid by Schneider or whoever's trailer this is. They parked it all willy nilly, and I done scraped it. You know, but whatever. There's all types of garbage with that. But we would run to the distribution centers, and Gary would run that Costco route, and those Costco routes are really good because you get good mileage and stuff, and it's consistent, and you get used to it. You know where all the parking spots are, and you don't get thrown off a lot. A lot of stuff they give the new guys like all over the place, new places you never been before. Where do I park? What do I do? Go over here. Trucker Path doesn't tell you where the spots, like there's no spots here. Now you gotta, and all the spots are taken. What are you gonna do? You know, you took a turn here, and now you're going this way. It's not rerouting. Where do I turn at? Like stuff like that could like really mess you up. And so like having like a consistent, dedicated route to be on is really good, and you get like you'll be able to like optimize your route that you could like just keep your score down, because there's like a drive smart thing in your window. Like all the mega carriers do this, where it's like a safety thing in your window. It it watches how fast you're going over the limit. It'll record harsh braking events, all this stuff, and it'll take down points for a lot of stupid stuff that'll just like, you know, you can't really control. And the following distance too. The following distance is really irritating. It measures it like this number on the thing, and you see it on the dash. Hate that thing so much, because so many times where it's like, you know, man, this person's driving slow as shit, but then the other person's blocking me in, and then I can't get around this person. Gotta go slow. It's a lot of patience you gotta have to be a truck driver, because man, you're on a speed run constantly everywhere you go. It's terrible. But those Costco route drivers had it good, but they're mostly like, they've been there for like a long time, and they said there's a waiting list for that, but you'll see about that later. And he took the route roads to stay off the highways. He would take off Sundays and maybe Saturday once in a while, Monday through Saturday. You're driving down your 11-hour drive time and 14-hour on duty clock. You're always driving, always working, unless you go to sleeper berth for 8 to 10 hours. Most days you're always running or driving. You drive more and see more different styles of driving conditions than anyone besides like taxis. Get really good at driving regular vehicles, because some of the shit you gotta put up with in the semis is infuriating. Everybody cuts you off on the internationals. You got the stupid overheating regen issue, and the exhaust gets really hot all the time. I was driving like a 2023-2024 LT Cummins, brand new. All the trucks at Swift are brand new automatics. And then before that, I had like a Freightliner that was like a 2021-2022. But it had like maggots or like baby brown rolly things, black bugs coming out the walls of the fridge. And I had to put up with that fridge for like a week or two when I first got my first truck. And I was like, man, this thing, I wish they could just get rid of this fridge out of my truck. And they couldn't take it out, so they had to give me a new truck. And then I got the LT. A lot of the places, a lot of shippers and receivers don't have like bathrooms for truckers, and you know the common thing is like, you know, truckers are not clean, and certain truck stops and places have like inhumane rules just for truckers, because we have a bad rep for cleanliness. They don't let you use the bathrooms, no porta potties. You can only legally park in so many places with like a 53-foot tractor trailer. So there's only so many places you can actually like stop to use the bathroom. Either you're gonna be at a truck stop, you're gonna be at your lot where you leave your truck on the weekends to like take your break or come back. Your company lot or whatever, or your terminal. or it's gonna be the shipper and receiver. Those 3 places that you go. And if you're in a rush sometimes, you're going here, maybe the truck stop that you wanted to go to doesn't have any real parking spots, then maybe you just go to the fuel line and you leave your truck there for like 5 minutes. You gotta come back out, move it. You gotta be on your way. You can't hold up that fuel line. Or look for rest stops. There's no rest stops. What are you gonna do? And now you're just out here. You just gotta piss. You gotta stop. You might turn on your hazards. You might grab that bottle, that empty water bottle. You might gotta do what you gotta do and just keep rolling. That's what a lot of truckers should do, or either they're just on their phone, just not doing whatever fucking, whatever. Yeah, it's a lot of rules, a lot of stuff you gotta put up with as a trucker. Pissing in bottles. Sometimes I didn't get any showers. You got showers off the 55-gallon fill up you get on your fuel cards. Your company will give you a fuel card. It'll be a data card. It'll be like expense to like the company fuel account, whatever. With your truck number, you put all this information in at the fuel pumps. 55 gallons at the Love, 60 for the TAs, or 65. I'm not sure. It's been a while, man. Or maybe it was 60. I don't know. 60. It's been a minute. I have not been in that truck for a minute. I've been in a truck 3 months. I have not been driving no semi trucks. You get those free showers and the drinks, but if all the Loves are crowded and taken up by the time you finish what you gotta do for the day, and you gotta take your 10 hour to reset, and you're not getting free showers. You're gonna have to pay for that shower wherever you gotta go to, like the TA or whatever. Everybody goes to Loves by 1 to 2 p.m. All the spots are taken, unless it's a Sunday or a Saturday, when most truckers don't like to work because everybody wants a 9 to 5 job. They want the weekends off. That's what the dispatchers say. That's the same attitude. They go like, "Oh, you want a day off, huh? You just don't want to stay in your truck and work, huh? You sound lazy to me." Like they get really pissy sometimes about that stuff. Man. Sometimes the shippers receivers did have, in rare cases, they had like parking for you, overnight parking, but it's rarity, and it's really hard to find parking when you're in like a new area you've never been in. I drove to Iowa, Minnesota, Kentucky, Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, where I live, Wisconsin, and so on. I was in the Great Lakes regional fleet out of the Manteno terminal in Illinois, and that's what we drove usually. Usually being new, you're expected to drive OTR, but I drove regional. I get like a 1.5 of a day off in a week because they need to set up you to go over to the area, and you're dropping off yesterday's load, and then you gotta make your drive back at the governed speed and blah 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 blah, go back to your terminal. So you get like, it's usually gonna be like, by 1 or 2 p.m. after, driving like 5-6 hours in the morning to get back to where you were, to where you park your truck usually. But it's not a 9 to 5 job, it's a lifestyle. The pay was not hitting sometimes. The checks, my take home was barely like 600, 700 in a week, because they would take out so much. I also had some benefits too. You always spend like 150, 200 on snacks and groceries, so I wasn't making shit. The OTR drivers probably made much better. I like driving for the distribution centers, but all the little mom and pop, small obscure shippers, man, they were throwing so many of them at me. Some weeks I was like, man, I was just getting frustrated, dude, because they'd be like, go over here, and you need like a passcode for this gate, you need to drop it over here, go around this corner, do this, and then you need to drive the tandems back, slide the tandems back here, do this. Some of the places want you to like vacuum out the trailer. I'm like, dude, this is like a little dust back there. You go like, no, go back there and use this blower and blow it out over here, do this, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, they don't give a fuck. Shit, it's so stupid. But gosh, you're losing money. You're losing money to make money. It is honestly really frustrating sometimes, and then a lot of shit would just go bad because I'm like, them fridges is not doing nothing, man. My hot pockets were getting so soggy in that freezer, that little freezer, man. My milk would go bad sitting in that shitty little fridge that they had, man. I had to take it back home, man. This stuff, all the stuff was going bad. The lunch meat would go bad really quickly too, man. And then they would send you to like St. Louis. Man, if you had to go to St. Louis, you had to go to Chicago. You had to go, well, at least with Chicago, I knew the streets and the roads, so I knew like where I was going most times. But with St. Louis, man, that is cursed. Ohio, Michigan, Detroit, those are cursed too, man. I hated going there. And like one of my friends, the dude that I went to CDA Academy, they always had him going to New York all the time, and that shit sucks over there too. That's why I did regional. I didn't want to go to New York. I didn't want to go to California. I sure as hell didn't want to go to Colorado. I didn't want to do that shit either. That shit sucked. Because, you'd be doing so much. I mean, engine braking is fun, but it's also scary, dude. That thing kicks up to 70, 72. You see the numbers go up, and you get the engine braking, and it goes, and then like pulls you back and stuff, and man, pulls you forward, backwards. Like, man, I just love that engine brake. It's so fun. But it'd be scary sometimes, man, especially if there's like snow or rain or something, and then you get like a steep hill. Like, you can't use that engine braking. You gotta, that's when the stuff gets scary, dude. Oh man. And then California has like funny rules and stuff about trucking and all this other stuff and regulations, permits, and New York is just crowded. Oh, both California and New York got bad traffic, so I do not want to do that. I don't care how much money they would pay me. Never, ever. I would drive that shit in a regular car, but not in a semi truck. God knows, like, yeah, I put up with over there. And the weather. I've clipped some stuff, been cursed out by drivers. The weather will screw you over, slow you down out of nowhere. Just the wind picked up, rain picked up, can't see nothing out the windows, nothing. Freezing, your airline's freezing in the winter, getting stuck. That personally didn't happen to me because I quit before the winter. You could get stuck on some detour for some bridge, some low clearance bridge or something because the GPS didn't tell you. Blah 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 blah. You need to drive like 30-40 miles per hour. You need to limit your speed. Driving in those conditions, you're governed at 65. You go so slow. You go like, oh, I'm a quick driver. I can speed and I can get all this work done. Nope. 65. It's gonna take you. Oh, it's gonna take you 200 miles. Gonna take you like 4 or 5 hours, man. Get used to that feeling. That's terrible. Cause I like speeding, man. Boy, oh boy, I like speeding. I could get through states and 3-4 states in like a day in my freaking car. But in a semi truck, it'll be like 1, 2, 3 states day at a time. Like, it's like the pace is, and it's like 10 hours of driving. You get used to that feeling. Just play your music, get tired of listening to the same music over and over again, going to the same spots, eating the same food. Because I wasn't really that much of a cook. I couldn't really, be like a chef in my truck. I didn't really, I wasn't really that good. But some people make it work. Some people got that work-to-life balance. But my work-to-life balance in that truck was not balancing, man. Boy, I was, ooh, man, it's not good. I'm used to like, You used to like the PT, the movement, walking around doing your legs. The job I work now, that shit's physical, and I gotta hit the gym. I gotta go in there, do my thing. But especially with the Swift, man, you're sitting there. It's bad for your back. You hope that healthcare, man, you're not gonna get them benefits. You're gonna be dead. Like most truckers know, they finna be dead by the time you get some reap back on that retirement benefit stuff, whatever you're in, dude. Like, you just don't live that long, because it's like a sedentary, hard lifestyle. You're sitting in that truck, you're not really gonna get a lot of those benefits. That's the thing. And they don't even pay like they used to back in the day. Like, they were able to run these ridiculous hours. They could cheese the books, do all this stuff, and go run from like Florida up to Canada. They could do all bunch of crazy stuff, but yeah, they can't do that no more. They gotta take their breaks, and they can't get that money like they used to. They just run themselves raw with that. They can't do that. It's regulated, over-regulated by the DOT. But at least the truckers get their sleep. But this shit's governed at 65. I don't get it. Why can't I drive at least 80? Hey, man. The dispatchers and the planners. Alright, so you have your dispatcher, and then you have the planners, who are like the people in the office. The planners usually planning that everything works out for everybody, and then they line up the next load after the next load, the next load after the next load. The dispatchers are usually, just keeping up with all the drivers under them, and they just make sure everything's going cool. If anybody needs some help with something to get dispatched a load or something's wrong with it, you call your dispatcher, and then they give you information, whatever. But man, sometimes they fuck up your shit. They just don't care. Like, you got your day off today, I'm gonna drop this. You're like, oh, I'm gonna just drop this load, it's my last one, I'm gonna go home. Then you get 2 bullshit trailer moves to do, 200, 300 miles apart, and you only go as fast as 65 miles per hour. That's like 4 to 6 hours added on, and you got like 6 hours left, and you hope there's no traffic, no bullshit lines or detours holding you up, or it's a nightmare. And then you expect to get home at like 2 to 3. Now you're getting home at like 9, and then you're just sleeping into the next day. You're just tired, and then whatever energy you have left to do the little bit that you want to do the next day, then you're back in that truck 6 a.m. the next day. You're in that truck again, just rolling. Get used to that feeling. Like, man, I barely come back home. That's the feeling. You step in your house, you hop into bed, and then you're back up, and you're back in your truck again. And it's like, what did I do? What's in my fridge? Like, like, how do I take care of this? I need to go get this car fixed, or you have to go. You want to go see your nieces or nephews play or something, and it pops up on, you usually have like time or something, or like, like you have like, so you work a 9 to 5 job, you have like at least like that 5-hour cushion, or you work like an early shift job, you have like at least, you have like a certain portion, like 7 hours of time in a day to like go do stuff. With truckers, you don't really get this time because you're sleeping. Well, with the sleeper truckers, you're in a truck, which is like the majority of them are on the road all the time, the majority of the time, and then most are not local. They don't have those little local jobs, where they get to, go here, run here, come back to where they were, park their truck, and then go home. That's a rarity. A lot of people don't have that. The detours in a semi-truck with a trailer is not fun. We had to use Trucker Path. I used that off my phone. And there's a Zonar. That's what's called. The little GPS in the Swift trucks is called Zonars. The place I work now, they use Samsara's, but I mean, I don't drive the trucks here. I just do like a regular, work on my legs, pick up shit job, clock in, clock out, go home. And the truckers do clock in, clock out, but I just don't want to put up with the trucker bullshit no more. I just honestly, it's fucking, take the GPSs. They take you to the wrong places. The zonars especially take you to under low clearance bridges, and they tell you to make U-turns, even though they're illegal. You know, you can't really do it. A lot of the mega carriers and stuff that drive smart things come snitch on you. You're gonna have safety on your ass. Your dispatcher's gonna go like, "Oh, I heard you did this. Well, why'd you do this?" Blah, 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 blah. And they're nagging in your ear, and it's like, fucking, I didn't have any choice. I had to do this to get out of this situation. And then you're gonna have safety fucking just taking off points, and you're gonna get paid less, and your average gonna go down. It's fuck shit. You know, it's stupid. You know, some bullshit. Okay, so I have a situation. So picture this: I get stuck on some stupid detours blocking this route I was taking. Right, this road through like the side roads or something. And it's just blocking the road. Just Sun Construction, they put up the little signs. Okay, detour sign points you to the left on this little tiny road. So I take the little tiny road in this big semi Swift truck, one car at a time road, like a really skinny road. Okay, the Swift truck goes, I go that way, and because I can't make a U-turn or safety will bring down the hammer on me, get fired for some bullshit, I decide, you know, this is the best option, is to go down this little road and take my chances. Hopefully I got a big enough turn, or I would just have to back up out of it. And when I get down in there, a few cars pass, and I have to do the little side thing to hopefully I don't fall off this little ditch thing, and they pass through. I do that like 2-3 times, and I get to this 87 degree acute turn with railing, and I had to like pinch the truck in there. You gotta tuck your tractor into the trailer, almost like the side fin things start hitting the trailer a bit, because you're pushing it past the degree it should be turned to make this turn. Because your sleeper is gonna make it come in contact quicker with it, all that space back there. I made this super tight turn, didn't hit anything, just barely made clear, and I made it out just to get to the other side, to get to where I was supposed to be, to where it was receiving at. And I had to wait 3-4 hours until I had my load was ready. I mean, until I could deliver the load, because there was like a line, so I could offload my stuff. And then, oh wait, no, my bad. I was picking up a load from there, from another load, and it was like from like I was going in a direction I wasn't really familiar with. It was like from Kentucky up to like Missouri or something. So I was picking up from there, and so I had to wait 3 to 4 hours, because it's like one dock, and there was like 4 or 5 other trucks. So you have to wait like 3 or 4 hours. That forklift was really slow, and by the time I was done, my clock ran down to 0. I had to decide if I was gonna sit at a Walmart. I sat at the Walmart. The whole entire lot was empty, and there's no other really places to park for miles. And so, like, they come out, knock on my door, tell me to get the F out, or they're gonna call the cops. So I moved my truck, and I ran out of hours. I have no hours, so you have to put it in PC, and you just gotta run it. And I ran into McDonald's, some gravel lot parking or something, some fuck shit. So much bullshit you gotta do. The other truckers despise Swift. They'll despise you, you being new and stuff. Don't wear them Swift hats, the Swift merch, the jackets, the shirts. They'll look at you like you're retarded. Not everybody is like that. They come out and they'll help you, regardless if you're Swift, Schneider, like whoever. They'll help new drivers and stuff if you're in trouble. But some of them, they just record, they laugh, they'll post you on Reddit or whatever. Look at this dumbass Swift right here, can't even fucking, like it is just like, it feels like dog eat dog out there. It feels free and liberating sometimes. You know, you're just like, you got like a nice view or something. And, you know, other days you're just fucked because you have to go here. You're going like 4, 5, 6 different places. You pick up, drop here, pick up, drop here, pick up, drop here. And they have these stupid rules. You got to drop this over here, go do this, go drop it over here, pick it up over there, do this and turn around. Like, it is stupid stuff you got to do sometimes. And it's just like, you know, tired as fuck driving all day, get it back up the next day, and then go back to work. You're burned out. You could dress pretty comfortably. Some drivers wear flip-flops. Please don't wear flip-flops if you're gonna do that. In the summer, it's a dope job to have, but in the winter, it's just stupid. I'll say fuck that shit and get local if you can. Go home every day. I mean, where I work now, they ask me if I want to drive trucks because I have a CDL, and they're offering like 30 starting off, and you know. Okay, so they were offering me 30 at where I work now to drive a PD and Peterbilt and vac trucks and stuff. I'm just traumatized from sitting in trucks. The work-life balance was not balancing, and I feel like I can work, go home, take care of my business, and not be stuck in a truck on the road all day and not working unusual hours most days. So I can work and get the weekends off like everyone else, pay my bills, and live life. Swift and in, they offered me all the nice stuff on the way out the door in hopes I stayed when I decided / I told them I would leave. They offered a dedicated Costco route, and then months later, after the fact of me quitting, offered local spots for Swift. I paid bills for my CDL, which is in total cost $6,000. I'm paying it off by 12 months in pieces at that pace or whatever. I don't mess with big trucks. Sitting in that truck no more. I wanted to try it, and I tried it. I learned it's the overregulation, the bad loads, the abysmal pay, and the subpar amenities and conditions you have to put up with. You feel so disrespected and hated. It was intolerable, so I'd rather do something where I feel human at least, and I can go home, sleep in my bed, eat a hot meal, not eat gas station food, go to the gym, cut the grass, walk on the forest reserve, or whatever. Go ask a girl on a date. Regular everyday stuff like that without the timing being so messed up because I need to sit in a truck and drive 24/7. So yeah, I wanted to rant about trucking a bit. If Swift paid me like where I work now, I wouldn't be complaining. But by the mile on these tiny little loads wasn't breaking even for me. Losing money to make money and feeling like, you know, garbage just sitting in a truck all day. Anyway, that's it. And that's it.